Yo guys, Bullseye back again with another video. This is my NFL mock draft part 2. So I'll be doing picks 16 to 31. Obviously, reason being pick 32. I think it's the Cleveland Browns who have it. I think it's been given to the Cleveland Browns because obviously my New England Patriots haven't got it because the NFL took it away, which is pretty shitty. But yeah, I think the Browns have it, but I'm not gonna do a selection for that pick because it's not, obviously it counts, but it's not a pick for the, it's not a normal draft type thing. So I'm just going to do the teams that up to 31 basically. So at 16 we have the Detroit Lions, getting Marvin Jones in free agency at wide receiver I was going to say to replace Calvin Johnson, that's not right. To try and help out in place of Calvin Johnson, who obviously retired. But I don't. If they didn't get a receiver in free agency, I would have gone with a receiver here, but I think they need some corner help now that they've got Marvin Jones, and I'm going to go with Eli Apple from Ohio State. I think he's a great corner, he's going to be great in the NFL, and the Lions do need help at that position, so I think that's a great pick for them there. At 17 we have the Falcons. I think they're going to take Shaq Lawson, defensive end from Clemson. They tried to get Chris Long a couple of days ago, who signed for the Patriots. So that's a great move for the Patriots, getting Chris Long, veteran player who's still got something left, I think. But I think getting Shaq Lawson would be a great pick here for the Falcons at 17, because he could go higher. But obviously they wanted Bruce Irvin as well, who went to the Raiders in the end of free agency. So they've been after pass rushers for a while now, so getting Shaq Lawson would be a big statement for the Falcons. At 18 we have the Colts. I think they're going to go with Reggie Ragland, the linebacker from Alabama. He's going to be a free down linebacker in the NFL. He's just going to be a great player in the NFL, Reggie Ragland. So good pick for the Colts there. At 19 we have the Bills. Obviously they cut Mario Williams from the team, who went to the Dolphins. So I think they're going to try and replace Mario Williams, and I think Emmanuel Ogbah from Oklahoma State is the player they'll go with. Again, his college production was amazing, and I just think he'll up that even more in the NFL, and he'll become a good pass rusher, especially on that defensive line. As a rookie, there won't be too much. As a first round pick, there's a lot of. Sorry, my phone's going off. There's a lot of pressure for you to produce, but with that defensive line the Bills have got, pressure will be took off Emmanuel Ogbah, so I think he could have a real standout rookie season. At 20 we have the Jets. I think they're going to go outside linebacker in their system, pass rusher on the edge. Their interior is amazing, with Muhammad Wilkerson, Sheldon Richardson, Leonard Williams, and I think they're going to go with another Leonard Floyd from Georgia, pass rusher. Because like I said, their interior, they've got 3 tremendous guys in the interior, but they've been lacking that outside pass rusher for a long time now. And I think Leonard Floyd would be a great pick at 20 for the Jets. Especially in his first season, you wouldn't need him to play the run, because you've got those 3 to play the run and rush the passer. But you can bring him on passing downs, bring him on the field, and that'll make their defensive line even more amazing. So at 21, it's the Redskins. I think they're going to take William Jackson, corner. The Redskins secondary has been bad for a while now, and I think solidifying their secondary will be huge for the Redskins, especially in that division with Odell Beckham. A lot of good players and good receivers in that division. So William Jackson, I think, is a great pick there. At 22, the Texans. I think they're going to go with Laquan Treadwell from Ole Miss. First receiver in my mock draft taken. Laquan Treadwell opposite DeAndre Hopkins would just be out of this world. So I think the Texans obviously they got their quarterback in free agency, Brock Osweiler. Thing is, what you got to do is, he's already got DeAndre Hopkins, just give him another big weapon in Laquan Treadwell, and Brock Osweiler could have a really good season in Houston. At 20, it's funny, I didn't have a receiver go from pick 1 to 21, but then from 22 to 24 I've got 3 receivers back to back. So at 23 we've got the Vikings. I think they'll go with Will Fuller from Notre Dame. I think he could end up being the best receiver in this draft class. I just think he's got everything. There's 2 receivers who I think have got everything in this draft class. Will Fuller who I think is going to go to the Vikings, and at 24, the Bengals, Corey Coleman from Baylor. Obviously, they've lost Mohamed Sanu to the Falcons and Marvin Jones, as I mentioned, to the Lions, so they need some wide receiver help. And Corey Coleman opposite AJ Green would just be scary, especially for the Ravens, Steelers, and Browns in that division, and the rest of the AFC. Corey Coleman and AJ Green would be insane for the Bengals. So I think they'll go with a receiver, and they'll go with Coleman if he's still there. At 25, the Steelers, I've got them taking Taylor Decker, the offensive lineman from Ohio State. There's so many Ohio State players who are going to go in the first round. It's insane. But the Steelers, their offense, in my opinion, could be the best. Their defense is up and coming. They could go with a corner here, a play from the secondary, but I think solidify the offensive line even more for Ben Roethlisberger, give him more time to throw the ball. I think that'd be a great pick for the Steelers. 26, we've got the Seahawks. I'm going to go with Kevin Dodd, the pass rusher from Clemson. Simple. Kevin Dodd, Bruce Irvin, replacement, already there, ready to come in, slot right in opposite Michael Bennett on that defensive line. Great move for the Seahawks if they can get Kevin Dodd from Clemson. 27, the Green Bay Packers. You could go linebacker, secondary, even offensive line. I've got them going receiver. Obviously, they're getting Jordy Nelson back, but I think their offense could be incredible if they get another outside threat. So you have Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb in the slot, and the guy I've got them going with is 6'4" Josh Doctson from TCU. I think he'd be a great player in that offense for the Packers opposite Jordy Nelson. And number 27, I think that'd be a great pick for them. So I'm going to go with receiver for the Packers. 28, the Chiefs. I think they'll go with Mackenzie Alexander, the cornerback from Clemson. Obviously, they lost Sean Smith in free agency to the Raiders. And I think Mackenzie Alexander opposite Marcus Peters, two really, really good young corners. Marcus Peters in his second year and Alexander in his first year. That's two corners they've got for the next few years. That would just be a great tandem. I don't think Mackenzie Alexander will quite get to Marcus Peters' level, but I still think it'll be really good corners. So that'd be a great move for the Chiefs. Cardinals at 29, Jason Spriggs, the offensive lineman. Their defense is lights out. It's brilliant, and their weapons on offense are amazing. Their running game's good. Carson Palmer as the quarterback. I just think solidify the offensive line again. Because a bit like the Steelers, although you might think their offensive line is good, nearly every season Carson Palmer or Roethlisberger, they seem to get injured. Just more protection is what's needed, in my opinion. So that'd be a great pick for the Cardinals. At 30, we've got Andrew Billings going to the Carolina Panthers, defensive tackle from Baylor. I think obviously they've got Charles Johnson back in free agency, with Coney Ely on the other side, and their best player on that defensive line being I forgot his name. Wait, this is truly gonna bug me, guys. I've got to look it up now. I had his name in my head for the last couple of seconds. And as I went to mention who it was, it's just gone. So, when I see his name, it'll come straight to me. Kawan Short, that's it. God, Kawan Short, defensive tackle, is an absolute stud on that defensive line. Kawan Short is just beast. And if you give the Panthers as a rotation, you have Kawan Short, Star Lotulelei, and Andrew Billings from Baylor as a free combo on that interior defensive line. That'll be one of the best in the NFL, I think, because I think Star Lotulelei will eventually live up to his hype or get somewhere near it. Kawan Short is a beast, and Andrew Billings, I think, will be a great player. So that'll be Panthers just get better. And at 31, we've got the Denver Broncos, the Super Bowl champions. Obviously, they lost Danny Trevathan in free agency to the Bears, and I think they're going to go with Sua Cravens from USC. He's safety / linebacker, probably a linebacker in the NFL, and Denver could do a player like that because I think he'll be a great player in the NFL, especially with the versatility he's got. So the Broncos getting Stuart Cravens at 31 would be a great place to get him and to replace Danny Trevathan. So that's my NFL mock draft part 2. I'll leave part 1 in the description if you haven't checked that one out. But yeah, I might do a mock draft 2.0 closer to the draft, part 1 and part 2 for that, but my second overall one. But yeah, that's my part 2 for this mock draft. As always, be sure to like the video, comment down below, share it. It's great to interact with other NFL fans, and let me know what you think. Do you think do you agree with some of the selections or not? And subscribe to the channel, guys. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and see you soon, guys. Bye.